Our next guest learned early on that something was wrong with her unborn child. It was a medical mystery that was left unsolved until after her baby was born. In a doctor's exclusive, this is Madison's story.
When I found out that I was pregnant with my second child, we were ecstatic. We went into our 15-week ultrasound appointment, and the doctor said, I don't like telling parents that I just meet for the first time bad news. Unfortunately, there's something wrong with your daughter. They saw what looked like a bubble kind of wrapped around her chest and her arm. And she tried to explain something with the veins, but they were not sure at that point. This news was so devastating that it ripped my heart out. I felt helpless. You're pregnant with this baby, and there's nothing you can do about the growing mass that she had on her. All the genetic testing came back negative. So it was just a waiting game until she was born to find out what we were dealing with. I remember seeing her for the first time. It was an emotional one for me because I didn't expect her to look the way she did. She had this big old chest and arms and little tiny head and legs. With Clove syndrome, you could harm by cutting early because she could bleed out. So we decided not to have surgery right up front.
Help me out. Okay.
It's a full-time job taking care of Madison. This tube right here and the IV that goes into her heart. And we have to give her several oral medications that suppresses her immune system. Also helps reduce the fluid or the lymph that is underneath her skin. She's immunosuppressant, so she cannot be around other people that are sick.
We have to keep everything sterile.
She also can't do normal things like play in the dirt or go outside very often. She could be great for one day and then be real sick the next. An infection, a fever, she could have an abscess. The hospital is her second home. We were told by doctors that she would never sit up on her own, that she would never walk, never run, but Madison will be 2 in a couple of months, and about a week ago, she just started walking.
Walkie, 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 walkie.
We get negative looks. I try to turn into a positive. I had these 2 little twin boys come up to me asking what was wrong with Madison. And I said, let me tell you a secret. So her daddy's the Hulk. And they just lit up. I didn't want to scare them away. I wanted them to have a positive outlook, and we're just going with it. She's doing everything that the doctors had said she would not do. She makes me feel as if there's hope.
We're going to meet little Madison in just a bit, but first, please welcome her mom, Joni, to the show. Obviously, you've made sure that Madison has had the best medical care, and the fact that here she is walking.
That's a huge victory. As a mom, I mean, right now, I could understand when people stare. My son has gone through his journey, and I could relate to so many things. How do you gain that strength when we break down as moms and say, when someone looks in such a negative way at your kid and say, her dad's the Hulk, and not break down as a parent, because there's moments that we break down, nobody sees, we break down and say, I know I can't give up, my kid can't look at me this way, because I have to have strength. How do you deal with that?
I've had to deal with a whole bunch of negativity in my life, so I look at everything in a different perspective. I want to make sure that my kids know that it doesn't matter what a person looks like, and it's easy to be negative. It's very difficult to be positive.
Does it ever hurt though?
It does. Very much.
How do you deal with that? Because there's some moments as moms, we're human. Someone looks and you could tell them something positive and your kids are here, but there's sometimes that we snap. It's normal. We're moms, we're protective over our kids. Do you ever snap?
I am a mama bear, yes. But it's my children who make me strong.
Yeah.
I have to be strong for them. And if I'm not strong for them, who is going to be?
Absolutely.
I have to ask, Joni, that I want to say I hear Madison back there calling for Mama. Do you want to go grab her?
If you want me to, yes, of course.
I think we all want to meet Madison.